What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and to no surprise, since it was President's Day, Treyarch didn't end up marketing Season 2 earlier, but who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. We could end up getting a roadmap, possible teaser trailer. Make sure you guys have those noties on down below to stay up to date with everything to do with Black Ops Cold War, because I have quite a bit of content on the way, which you guys are definitely going to enjoy. But in tonight's video, we have quite a bit of content to go through, from the Clean Gold Tracer Pack, brand new information about Season 2 DLC, the Nuke event, yes, and even a shocker about Call of Duty 2021. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and also be sure to use code DYNAMITE if you want to save 10% on any Control free quarters. Their link is, of course, down below in the description. Also, shout out once again to the lad himself, Fajardi, for absolutely killing it with tonight's thumbnail. And you know what? He's always been killing it since we started working together back during Black Ops 4 quite some time ago now, but it's just crazy to see the new levels of creativity he's able to achieve now that he's taken charge of the render business. What a journey it's been. He's also been working with other creators lately, like Prestigious Key, Codename Pizza, Gaming Revolution. It's just fantastic. If you need any graphics or thumbnails of any sorts, his link is also down below in the description. But starting off with the Golden Tracer, the Year of the Ox, it of course comes with the Golden Ox QBZ and the Golden AUG AUG, both of course shoot Gold Tracer rounds. It also comes with the Lucky Dragon Emblem, Red Envelope Charm, and the Dragon Dance Calling Card. All of this costs 1800 COD points, and it released a couple of nights ago, but I was actually out of town for the weekend to celebrate my 4-year anniversary. We had a fantastic time. Thank you for all the kind messages celebrating the anniversary with us over on Twitter and YouTube. It was amazing to see, very heartwarming. But I actually got back on Sunday, put up a short Valentine's Day stream for those that were feeling lonely, and we actually used this pack quite a bit on stream. And one thing I'll say about it is that the weapons are a bit slower and a bit heavier than most of the other weapons in Black Ops Cold War, at least based on the attachments these blueprints come with. And it was a bit to get used to. I mean, they weren't great for some of the faster pace modes like TDM, Kill Confirmed, especially on smaller maps, but of course for those long range gunfights and for some of those bigger maps, these weapons were phenomenal. And got some great gameplay in Fireteam with the AUG, and I managed to get a pretty solid gameplay of Moscow using the QBZ after I changed a few attachments. We go on a 20+ gun streak, which was mad. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. But also on the stream as well, we managed to get some fantastic open lobbies going for Kiss Confirmed, Firebase Z, Fireteam. Hopefully you guys had a great time. We got more streams coming on the way, especially the Season 2 countdown in just over a week now. Cannot wait for that. But starting off with some Season 2 operators that just surfaced. So we have new information about Treyarch's upcoming season that, again, should have been kept under wraps, but unfortunately, people that are keyboard warriors managed to get out a bunch of information as of the past couple of days. We have a new operator known as the Wolf. Not sure who this person is, but he does come with a pet of some sort, which reminds me a bit of some of the operator packs we saw in Modern Warfare. I know we had the dog Riley from Call of Duty Ghost added as a pet bundle. We also had Fluffy the Hellhound from Zombies randomly added to Modern Warfare. Didn't fit the theme of the game at all, but was a tease for the fact that Treyarch was coming back with Call of Duty 2020. I mean, imagine having Fluffy the Hellhound doing executions for you in multiplayer or Warzone. That's literally what it was. It also came with a cool animated quick revive emblem, a cool Zombies themed calling card. It was insane. I made a whole video on it. Hopefully you guys had fun with that. But it looks like pet bundles sold somewhat well in Modern Warfare for them to bring that back here for Black Ops Cold War. Now, Wolf is also apparently a part of the NATO faction. We also have somebody by the name of Naga, who's supposed to be a Battle Pass operator and a main character in a Season 2 intro. Naga was already teased in the multiplayer map Pines through an image that I'll be talking more about later in the video, but it reminds me of how Stitch was teased quite a bit on the multiplayer map Cartel back during the beta. So for future reference, take a look at upcoming multiplayer maps that Treyarch releases and look around for images, letters, ciphers. There could be some big clues as to who the next big character is going to be for an upcoming season. I'm sure Mason, Hudson, some other big ones like Weaver, they'll probably be a part of Season 3 or beyond. Could even be surprises for Season 2. We'll just have to be patient with that. But we then have somebody by the name of Revis, who's supposed to be a female, also a part of the NATO faction. Now, one thing I will say, unfortunately, is that there are some spoilers already out there for the Season 2 intro cinematic, such as the dialogue. I'm not going to spoil any of that in this video. It's just not fair to anybody who wants to be surprised. Definitely keep that shock value for the surprises Treyarch has up their sleeves. It's worth the wait. Trust me when I say this. Please listen to me. Do not spoil it for you all over Twitter or on Reddit. Definitely be patient with it. Now, we also know about a Samantha Maxis operator bundle, which I talked briefly about in a previous video. It'll apparently come with a reactive camo of some sorts. We don't know what it looks like, but regardless, it will cost COD points. It will not be free, and there could be a free version of Sam in the Season 2 Battle Pass at a later tier. Either way, you have to pay for the Battle Pass unless you saved up your COD points from the last season. So, I mean, be patient with Sam. I'm sure there'll be a really cool pack for her, if not many, at some point in the future. But as of now, those are the 4 operators we know are definitely coming. But what I will tell you is that it's inevitable, 100%, that Mason, Hudson, Weaver, some of the big iconic Black Ops characters that aren't in the game right now will be featured as part of big bundles, big battle passes, upcoming cutscenes, happens. There's a lot of storyline left for those characters that is still on the way. Now, we also have new Mastercraft bundles coming to Black Ops Cold War. One of them is called the Montezuma's Curse. The description is, call on the gods of old with the Montezuma's Curse Mastercraft bundle. Includes a functional kill tracker watch. Kind of reminds me of the Final Countdown watch, which I also bought in Modern Warfare. If I'm honest with you guys, I bought two things in Modern Warfare throughout the entire game cycle. The Final Countdown watch, which shows you how close you are to a nuke, and then that Zombies Hellhound pack. So we're getting a similar watch with whatever bundle this is. It'll definitely come with a cool Mastercraft that I guess is some type of form of mythology. I'm not too sure on that, but I'll put some images on screen of whatever Montezuma is. We also have the Necro King Mastercraft bundle, and it says send a chill down their spine or shatter it with the Necro King Mastercraft bundle. Includes a cryo dismemberment effect, which I'm gonna say is probably a copy paste of Cryo Freeze from Black Ops Cold War Zombies. They're gonna bring that into multiplayer and just have enemies just absolutely explode when you kill them on impact. And of course, ice will be involved in it too, so we could be getting a cool ice-themed type of winter pack with this upcoming bundle. And now when it comes to upcoming multiplayer maps, we've talked briefly about this a while back. I want to say well over a month ago. We talked about what we knew so far about some of the new multiplayer maps. One of them is of course called Apocalypse. That's just the code name for it right now, and it's set in Laos. Now funny enough, it's on the border of Vietnam, but we get a glimpse of this map already through the teaser I showed earlier for Naga. So if I had to take a guess looking at this image, it looks like the map Apocalypse, or this Laos themed map, will be the new Pines of Season 2, kind of the main theme of the season, the map we see the most in the Season 2 intro. So it looks like Naga, this new character, is going to be featured at some point in this multiplayer map. It could be his or her map, depending on what gender the character even is. We're not too sure on that. But yeah, it should be the new Pines of whatever season Treyarch has planned here. We also have a map known as Echelon. Excuse me for mispronouncing it in a previous video. I called it Echelon, and excuse me for that. I used Google Translate just to see how the word sounded. Never used the word before, but I used Google Translate and it said Echelon, but I changed some other settings. Now it says Echelon properly, so excuse me for that mistake. And this map is set on building rooftops. I showed images before of what it could look like, and what do you know? It's actually a location based out of some real Cold War events. Definitely resembles parts of Dome from Modern Warfare, maybe a bit of High Rise, but it should be a really cool themed map. Hopefully plays very well for all game modes. And we then of course have a map currently known as Dune. Not sure what the final map name is going to be, but it's supposed to be a new Fireteam map. It could even be a combined arms map or both. Anything is possible, but when I first heard this name, I'm like, maybe it's an extension of Satellite in the form of a Fireteam experience, right? The dunes in the distance. But now we learned that it's going to be sand dunes by the Ural Mountains in Russia. So maybe it's not an extension of Satellite whatsoever, since I think Satellite's of course in Angola, Africa, pretty far away from that. So let's see what the map ends up being. But also remember, with the new Warzone map coming out in, I would say, the next month and a half, expect parts of the map to be broken up, turn into Fireteam maps, 6v6, gunfight, combined arms. Expect a lot of mixing and matching going on with different areas that are introduced in future seasons of Black Ops Cold War. But we also know about maps such as Summit, Firing Range, Hijacked, Standoff, and even Slums. Now, of course, they're going to play well in Black Ops Cold War. They're great maps. But like I said in the past too, I mean, they're really hitting that nostalgia factor for those that really love Black Ops 2, even though they should be going more with some of the DLC maps in Black Ops 1 that were never remastered once. They probably will do that later on, but as of right now, they're kind of bringing out those Black Ops 2 remastered vibes to hit that nostalgia factor, bring in some OG fan base, bring in people that might not have played Call of Duty for quite some time. That's what's going on with that, but I'm okay with them doing 3+ new maps each season, and then maybe a remake or two during each mid-season update. That could be their plan as of right now. And now when it comes to the Nuke event in Verdansk, I know according to a couple of people out there isn't a Nuke event. It's not going to happen. It wouldn't make sense. Price disarmed it. What's going on? Listen when I tell you guys, right? Before Warzone even dropped, we were all hearing about a Nuke event. I mean, it is 100% going to happen. And the thing about that is that actual proof of it happening has released as of recently. Unfortunately, I should say. Bit of a spoiler, but I'll go say it anyway, right? A calling card popped up that says End and Rebirth. Literally shows a nuke going off in the distance of a city. Unless it's a cock tease that means nothing, this has to be for some type of nuke event that's going to happen in the future. Recently, some other insiders, who I won't name, did actually come out and support the fact that Verdansk is going to get nuked, and we'll be seeing a nuked out Chernobyl type of Verdansk environment in the future for that map. They won't get rid of it completely, but it'll be there in the background as something. And we're of course going to get a new Warzone map, and we of course have Rebirth as well, but they won't get rid of Verdansk completely. However, the nuke event will change the map significantly in terms terms of when it happens, that's a good question, but I would say it's a great transition into the new Warzone map for March 2021, if that's when the map releases. But let's see what they do with that. So far, the calling card proves it's going to happen. You can find it over on Twitter. I can't show it on screen for obvious reasons, but for those saying there was never a Nuke event to begin with are just fooling themselves, because the evidence is just right there in everybody's face for one to happen. If it didn't happen, I wouldn't care too much, but the fact that the evidence is there just screams that something is happening to Verdansk and it's going to be big. Now, we also have an update on Call of Duty 2021. Surprisingly, earlier today, some information that shouldn't have gone public ended up going public, and you guys know I keep it real with you, right? If I could talk about something without getting anybody in trouble, I'll do so, as careful as possible, but there was something that surfaced, I want to say a couple of weeks back, about Call of Duty 2021, and for the people that talked about it, they were making it clear that people will get in trouble if that information goes public. Of course, the information fell into the wrong hands, who knows how, and then it is all over Twitter now, and of course you'll see plenty of reports on it over the next couple of days, but apparently it is made by Sledgehammer Games, which we knew by now, that's fine to know, but the actual setting and theme of the game is supposedly around the 1950s, possibly Korean War, but what was being heard was that it's going to be some type of alternate timeline to where World War II didn't end, or I should say wasn't won by the right people, and goes off in a different branch reality after the events of World War II. So essentially a spiritual successor to Sledgehammer's last game, but don't forget, Sledgehammer that is working right now on the next Call of Duty is not the same Sledgehammer that worked on Advanced Warfare, World War II. They are a much different studio now with different faces, different studio heads, so expect a different feeling Call of Duty this upcoming year. Now, with that being said, definitely take it with a grain of salt, because this could be information that changes over the next few months. I mean, I would assume the game is pretty far along at this point, far enough so they know that they're sticking with a certain setting, certain set of characters, but anything could change in a matter of moments. That's how Call of Duty works, and game development is a nightmare right now because of the pandemic. I just wish that the information didn't fall into the hands of somebody that simply clout chases, doesn't give a care in the world for people that could get in trouble for the information spreading, but that is just the community sometimes. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the brand new Gold Tracer pack, the Season 2 DLC updates, as well as a shocking update regarding Call of Duty 2021? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.